everyone, it is the 1st of December, it's World AIDS Day, and I've got a story to share with you, unfortunately. Last week I had unprotected sex with somebody who I later found out was HIV positive, which on my behalf wasn't a smart decision. I should have taken more responsibility and used a condom or other precautions like PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis, but I did not. But thankfully there is a tool available called PEP, post-exposure prophylaxis. Now, it's actually a combination of antiretroviral drugs that are usually used to treat HIV, but it's been shown in studies that when taken within 72 hours of exposure for 28 days, I don't think there's been any seroconversions in the studies of PEP. So I got to Syracuse for a gig, and long story short, I learned that this person was HIV positive. I wasn't quite sure what to do in the moment, but time was ticking away because you only have 72 hours. So I got online, I spoke to some friends, and I found out that you can get PEP at any ER room.
So I'm at the ER in Syracuse. I thought that I would share this because it's, I think, an important thing to talk about, for people to know about and to be aware about. Here we go with my first dose of PEP, post-exposure prophylaxis. And here is to making smarter choices in the future. Hashtag choices.
I didn't know at the time the person was HIV positive. That's not necessarily the point. You can never really know. Even if you ask somebody, you're assuming that A, they're telling you the truth, or B, that they know their status. So the best way to protect yourself is with a condom and water-based, or my preference, silicone-based lube. The Courtneyact patented lubing technique. There are different methods of protecting yourself against STIs. Remember, something like PrEP only protects you against HIV. It doesn't protect you against syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, or any of those other STIs. So it's still important to wear condoms. So now I'm in New York City, and I've just left the Callan Lord Community Center where I got my 30-day supply of PEP. They were all very lovely. This is my first interaction with the American medical facility. And I must say, the people in Syracuse were, oh God! The people in Syracuse were absolutely lovely. And the people at the Callan Lord Medical Facility Community Center were absolutely lovely too. There are organizations like them all around the country, and there's a whole bunch. I'll try and find a resource that lists a bunch of health organizations in your city. You can't just do a rapid test and assume that if it says HIV negative that you are HIV negative, which is, I think, is an important point. It takes about 90 days for an HIV positive result to appear if you are positive, but before that date you still could be positive. In fact, you could be extremely viral because it's a new infection. Now, you've heard this thing, know your status, right? I didn't understand what that meant. Know your status means if you know your status and you're HIV positive, then you will go on medication and you'll become undetectable, which means that you're statistically not able to pass it on to another person. Therefore, it's the people who don't know their status, who are HIV positive, that are passing on HIV. So it's important to go out, get tested, to know your status. The stigma around HIV is changing. It's 2016, and there's amazing medications out there. People who have HIV live long and fulfilled lives, just as long as their HIV negative counterparts. HIV positive people are statistically not going to pass on HIV to negative people. So I think that, you know, it's time to change the way that we think about HIV. I'm excited about things like PrEP because I do believe that in our lifetime we can end HIV. We have to keep wearing condoms though, because instead of living with HIV, we'll be dying from a drug-resistant strain of gonorrhea. So keep that in mind, kids. It's World AIDS Day. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please donate generously to all of the people raising money. It is a wonderful cause. I'll see you soon.